Good.
Okay, we're going to call the governance committee meeting to order, and we only have one real item to discuss, and that is the capital project plan.
Yes,
You want to just summarize
we do, yeah.
that?
So the governance committee is tasked with reviewing our 5-year capital project plan, which comes to the board every year. We go through our different properties, other facilities that we own, and we try to identify what we think the next 5 years are going to be those capital investments to keep them up to the standard that we all like to see our properties at. It's a statutory requirement, and after the governance committee recommends it, we go to the board for final approval, and then we present it at the county legislature, and that will happen in June. So the capital project plan, draft plan, is in your governance committee packet. Tonya, who is works very closely with our parking team, and I go through this with a fine-tooth comb. It's based on a report we do with MJ Engineering on both our lots and our garage every 3 or 4 years. Our most recent time that we did the lots was in 2023, so we're due for one this coming year. And then the garage was just looked at last year, and that was the from that report we developed our current ongoing repair and improvement project, which is going with great success with PCC contracting, a lot of good things. So starting with, what do we do? We talk about lots first, right? So the great news here is that the amount of deferred capital expenses has decreased over the years as we've knocked out a lot of very important projects. You'll note that the City Hall lot, working in partnership with the city, which owns the majority of it, that was fully paved last year and striped, new striping plan, which has made it much more productive and actually helps some of the music festivals that have been happening that will be on the agenda later tonight. The Clinton North lot, since we first did that report, was fully reconstructed. It's really beautifully done, great walking accommodations into and from J Street, so that's been great as well. The main efforts moving forward are really, 4 of our main lots need to be mill and paved. It's not an immediate concern, but it is something that we're looking at. The Center City lot here, right behind us, is tremendously busy. It is really the predominant lot to support J Street. And then with SUNY Schenectady and now Schenectady School District being here, it's a lot of bus activity. So we have seen some deterioration there. And while we did seal it a year ago, within the next 5 years, we'll definitely want to mill and pave and clean it up. Another one that, really thinking about even moving this to maybe by the end of this construction season is the Clinton South lot, with the county moving their office building over there, and then Proctor's back with, a very busy season, finding time to fully mill and pave that could be something to do, if not this year, next year, because they're going to be, highly used. That lot is also really used by a lot of the Ortho New York clients and other doctor's offices that have occurred on that part of Upper State Street. So yeah, all in, we're looking at just under $2 million of repairs that need to be done. When we do an updated report, that value could change as costs have changed, but that's what we see from our MJ engineering report. And then the report is required to answer a series of questions about the impact of the project, how our capital investments affect things like tourism, entertainment. You'll see that is all written down. The answers for those don't change much year to year. Our environmental reviews are done as we approve funds for each individual project. So from a planning perspective, you'll note that, not much has changed from year to year. Any questions on the lots? Does anybody have any comments on the lots? Anything that you see, anything that you've experienced in other communities you think we should be doing in the lots?
I think they're going pretty well.
I think so as well. We've been updating lighting on a consistent basis. We've gone to all LED, so it's energy efficient, and things. It's more just preservation at this point with a lot of them, but we'll keep trying to find opportunities to make investments. The electric vehicle infrastructure that we put in, that is, was really at no cost to us, some of the tax credit programs. The 4 that we have in the garage are filled regularly. The north ones are also available, so that's been nice to have as well.
Right, is this over 5 years, or are you gonna do this all this year?
No, this is a 5-year capital project plan, so we have to review it annually though.
Yeah.
One would think when it makes sense to have to review it every single year, it doesn't change much, but
Yeah.
that's the way the statute
I
is
was
written.
wondering for the cash wise, but, so $2 million. But
Yeah, that's-
it's like, what, a fifth of that is coming out then?
Yeah, if even, right?
Yeah.
And if, if we decided to do all this at once, one large project, we'd have to talk about bonding or something like that. But, these are all just issues, not even issues, opportunities that were presented by MG Engineering. And, again, with Center City, it was talked about as a mill and pave when they did the report in 2023. We decided to seal it and make a few spot repairs and get a few more years out of it. So,
We would never do all these lots all at once though, because that would just be detrimental to downtown parking.
yeah.
Yeah, no, just.
Yeah.
Well, I could actually see the need for just an annual assessment, because things can change. And you have to make adjustments along the way. But the fact is, from what I can see, I think these projects are going well.
Thank you. And not only do Tony and I get out there, but Laz Parking is there, and they do their own, their insurance is on the line if something happens as well. So they're constantly doing their own assessments and evaluations of conditions in the lot and making sure we know if something needs to be repaired.
You know, it's gonna change next year.
Yeah, yeah. The second capital project plan, capital project is the parking garage. So, that report was done last year. We're showing $467,000 of needed funds, but $442,000 is what we have currently underway. After that, we think we'll be in pretty good shape for a few years. We do want to make improvements to the office space. We're trying to rethink what staff we have there in that office, which is very tired, needs to be renovated. Now that Laz does a lot more with their property management, and if you see some of our landscaping and mulching, they're doing a terrific job. They work in concert with DSIC in some activities, so we're trying to think about all the different support that we give. Laz is a contracted partner, but DSIC and others, how might they use some of our space in the garage to limit our expenses elsewhere for rentals? So that might become a hub for a lot of our maintenance operations, and put the Laz management team more in an office setting. So it's just things that we're evaluating. But this project has been going really well with PCC. A lot of things you don't see, which are concrete joint replacements that keep the garage in good, stable condition. There's some things that you will notice. There's a new roll gate, which limits access to the top, because a lot of kids like to go up there and hang out on a nice summer day. We are putting timers on the elevator. It's outside of this project, but one to just continue to make sure that we have only positive activity in the garage. We have a whole new security camera system that went in place last year. It has some AI features to talk to people if they're in there and times they shouldn't be in there. And that's really helped keep the garage safe, clean, and from a capital perspective, in good structural condition.
So we're doing better with the homes now.
We are, we have times where it pops up again, but this community's, we're talking about capital investment, like the social capital investment that we've made with the ambassadors and the county with the hub system and the police department. The downtown beat cop has been unbelievably
He's really
helpful.
He's very
Yeah.
good.
He's really good.
Officer Balta. And what we do is if there's people who are consistently trespassing in our parking infrastructure where they're not there to park, we have a blanket trespassing form we sign, and if he sees them, then they are removed. So, and that deters it. We've got a lot of people who come to the area, they're not from here, and it's maybe before they can get in social services. So it's been a great team.
So we need a resolution.
We have recommendation to the board. That's correct.
Can I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Alright.
That's it from the governance.
Good stuff.
Fantastic. Good job, David.
Thank
So
you,
we're
guys.
going right into treasurer?
I think we're going to, if that's okay, unless you want a break.
Can I just get a break?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna mute it for a second, so we start the
Get a cup of water.
Treasurer's report, and, I'm gonna ask Tanya to jump in here. Is there anything on here that we need to be concerned about, discuss openly, or?
No.
I mean, I think we're in really good shape, quite frankly.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
notice we're over a little bit in salaries, but that's only because I'm doing the accruals every quarter right now.
Yeah.
So some of us have more vacation time on the books that we haven't taken yet, so that increased the salary section. But
I
other
mean,
than
for a
that,
$13,000 variance for the
Yeah.
first quarter, it's
Right.
just,
but other
you're
than
a
that,
genius.
but other than that, we're in really good shape.
Yeah, I don't foresee any major issues with anything here. Our fund balance, our redevelopment, balance, we're at $259,162, which once again, very, very good. I mean, you know, we can add to that when we need to.
Those are ongoing projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all the active projects, and do we expect any of them to be over at this point? Do you have any-
No, we're in good shape right now. I mean, we have some large
Maybe get
projects.
some money
moving
back?
forward. Well, there are some that you'll find, a lot of those DRI projects, you'll still see that we have a large balance available. And because these were those weird ones where we have to pre-fund them, so we
Yes.
spent the money,
Yep.
and then when we got the grant money back, they reimbursed us. So there actually is some projects, Trail and Tunnel, J Street Ped, you'll see that, we're successfully moving through those DRI projects. Next one, big one, is the J Connector project, which will start in June.
Are they gonna paint the street?
Pete?
Well, it looks like it's gonna be for the bike path too, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be a 10-foot pathway,
Right,
which will be for biking and walking, and then they will have a regular two-way
but
street.
they did a thing on Franklin. They did, that's for the bike path, that's for the connector, correct?
Oh, you're talking about like the rich green?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you're talking to that, yeah, the Franklin, the cycle track. So, yeah, are they not green?
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a city project, we're not,
Oh, we're
we
not
haven't
doing
been
anything
involved
with
with
that,
that,
okay,
no.
all right.
But it will have a similar, separated path. There'll be bollards there, so if automobiles can drive up.
Yeah, they need to do that, so, okay. I think the connector's gonna be really good when it gets done.
Yeah, I think from a walkability perspective and connectivity, I know Satellos, I saw the owner, this weekend, he was thrilled,
Yeah,
so.
he was very happy with it, I spoke with him.
He's into it, yeah.
So, okay. Anything else on here? I guess we have to wait to see how much money we get back.
Yeah, we're early in the year yet for the projects.
Okay.
We're spending now, we're gonna, between the Stockade Gateway is coming along really nice too. We should be, substantially complete, sometime, if not the end of this month, early June, so there's be some large items you'll see start, ticking off.
All right, and then we have our, loan report.
Yes, our loan review, twice a year, we're required to take a look at the loans that we have out there. I'm happy to say that they're going away slowly. So we
Yeah,
don't,
this is no longer several pages, it's
yes,
barely down.
so we don't have, as many listed on here. You will remember that 411 State and, Scotia Holdings were in, we're in deferment, there we go. They are back paying now
Okay, good.
on both of those. I'm gonna let David update us on Stella.
Yeah, so Stella, we are currently in discussion with them, we are working, and it will come to the board, in the next few months, we're working on, looking at their facade and historic building, very important building, Van Dyke's been around, he's celebrating their 80th year, and there is some deferred, repairs that need to happen on that facade, so we had MJ Engineering out there helping the owners, do that. So, we obviously have an open loan with us, and, we're a little bit on pause with that right now to determine what kind of, assistance we might need to provide with them to, make sure that that facade is in the good condition we want it to be in. So stay tuned on that one.
And Paul Mitchell, you will remember, 2 months ago, I believe, we gave them an extension.
Okay.
So we aren't seeing payments from them yet, and that had to do with their state ed departments and everything else, to get them recertified. But everything else is looking good.
Yeah, this is a continuously shrinking list, which is
Yes.
very nice.
I like it.
Okay, and then last but not least, pilot.
Yeah, so Bruno Glenville just sold. There is a chance that they're gonna flip it again and resell it again. So we need to terminate the pilot. because the new owners did not ask to have that done. But there's also a contingency in their agreement where because they didn't maintain it for a certain number of years,
Oh, they gotta pay back.
that they have a payback to us. However, we have made the agreement with them where if they can show a long-term lease within Schenectady County, David has the authority.
Yeah, that's what
So
we're
not
asking
make
for,
them
is, their business changed. They went from manufacturing these parts to more just servicing them. And, but they did follow through and build this beautiful 14,000 square foot building, which ends up being extremely marketable in today's climate. So, we're asking you to ratify terminating that they already sold it. So we just, we acknowledge that it was out, but just having,
And the pilot is paid up, just let everyone knows that too.
So there's no more time left on the pilot?
no, there
No,
was
no.
term left. We
There
did not
was.
assign it.
Okay,
Rather than
and
assigning
you didn't
it,
ask him?
there was conversation, but we did not see a reason to assign it based on the value of the building. But, we did not want to, lose their commitment to stay within the county and have jobs. So, Scott and Ray have worked closely with them to confirm that they will be signing a lease and that, we are, so we don't have to keep coming back to you. We're just asking that you assign us the authority to say, as long as they continue to be within the county through January 2028, we are fine with releasing them from grant repayment. It was a modest $75,000 grant. And again, it built a $1.85 million building.
Yeah.
It was purchased by Electrical Supply House, great group, excited about it, but they were approached right after and said that someone would pay a lot more to have the building. So they're in a good situation, and as it comes to Bruno, again, as long as they're in the county, we feel comfortable.
Have they sold it?
Bruno has sold it to Green Mountain Energy Supply, and then Green Mountain is contemplating selling it. I don't know if they have, we have no, none of this falls on them, or Bruno had the obligation to us. But, we are in touch with them and just, assessing what's going on, but it's all good, it's the values have gone up, and in Glenville, the airport business park is very attractive.
Very, very little.
Very
asset
little.
class, and-
There is also good things being talked about at the airport business park still, that would come to you later on. So it's, kudos to the team at the county and Ray, who really came up with this idea out of nothing and, put a lot of excess land, county-owned land back on the tax rolls.
So I need a motion.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Sharon, second.
I think,
Brad,
yep, Brad. Yep.
all in favor? Aye. All right, is there anything else?
That-
All right.
So we can
Make a resolution or,
motion?
motion to adjourn. Sharon, second by Brad, thank you all very much. We are officially adjourned.